Welcome to this series of videos for those who are switching from Windows to Mac. Now, all of our Macs should have the Mac new operating system Yosemite, and the way you can check that is by coming up here to the Apple menu and going to About This Mac. And here you will see what version of the Mac OS or Mac operating system you have, and then you can just close it. So what I want to talk about is how the application windows differ from what we're used to on Windows. You will notice that up here on our menu bar we always see the application name here, and this is called the application menu, and I can click on it and I can find out what version of whatever program I have open. I'm going to find the preferences here. Almost every application made for Mac, you're going to see these two items here. You're also going to see the quit option here, and we'll talk more about that in a couple of minutes. So for now, I'm just going to click on that again to close it. And I want to point out first off these three buttons right here. They are very similar to what we saw in Windows, except on Windows they were over on the right hand side. One of the things I always tell people, or people who are new to the Mac, what you're used to in Windows, look on the opposite side of the screen. That's where you will tend to find it. So here in the Mac we have a red button, yellow, and green. And I'm going to actually talk about this yellow one first. It is called, it's like the minimize button. So when I click on it, the application disappears. I get either a new application or I see the desktop. And then I can come down to the docking station, click on my application again, and reopen it. So very, very similar to the minimize button that we're used to in Windows. Here we have the red X, and in Windows when we saw the red X and we clicked on it, it closed that program. In Mac it acts a little differently. When I click the red X, closes the window, you think it's gone. However, if I look up here on my menu bar, I still see that Chrome is running. It is still open and running. I just don't have a window. And if I come down to the docking station, I see the little dot below Google Chrome that tells me it's still running. To quit Google Chrome or to quit any application, we have to do this command, quit Google Chrome. And you will see next to many of the menu options the keyboard shortcut. And even if you're not a keyboard person, I do encourage you learn this one, Command Q. And the command button on the Mac keyboard is usually next to the space bar, but it'll have a symbol on it that looks just like this one, the little almost like a four-leaf clover look. If you're using a Windows keyboard, so for example, I love my Microsoft ergonomic keyboard. I use that with my Mac. On the Windows keyboard, this command button is the Windows key that you'll find on the keyboard. So you can use a Windows keyboard with your Mac if you need to. Now I don't want to quit this application right now, so I'm not going to, but in the real world when you want to quit an application, you want to go to the application menu, quit, or do the Command Q. So I'm going to come up here and open a new window. And let's talk about this green button. The green button is new to Yosemite, and it's very similar to what we're used to as the maximize. I believe Mac calls it full screen. And when I click on it, it takes my application and now it's filling the screen. If I want to go back to the original size, I click it again and it's like restore. So it's very similar to the maximize restore button we have in Windows. So I'm going to click on it again. You'll notice that my menu bar disappears. If I need something from the menu bar, I just move my mouse to the top of the screen. Here's my menu bar. Now, one of the cool things that for me makes this better than previous versions of Windows is I can hold down the control key on my keyboard and hit the arrow key, and it takes me back to a blank desktop. And so I can come here and I can start another application. I can come down to the docking station. Well, the program I want to start is Microsoft Word. It's not on my docking station, so I can come here to the Spotlight search, or if I want to use my keyboard, I can do Command Spacebar, and that opens up the search window. And on the website for the Windows to Mac training, I will have a document with all the shortcut keys on it. So I'm going to type in here Microsoft Word and then start the Microsoft Word application. So with Microsoft Word open, I notice again I've got those 3 buttons. So I'm going to go ahead and use the green button to go full screen. And it fills the screen. Again, if I need to get access to the menu, which is important with the Microsoft products because there's certain commands that I can't find on the ribbon. So here's my menu bars. And if you're looking at this going, this doesn't look like my Microsoft Word, this is a preview of Microsoft Office 2016, and I'm not sure the exact release date of that, but it's very cool, and I'm looking forward to sharing it with all of our Mac users. So now I have Microsoft Word open. I also have Google Chrome open, and if I hold down my Control key on my keyboard and use my right arrow, it takes me over to Google Chrome. If I hit the left arrow, it takes me to Word, and I can jump back and forth between these 2 applications. Well, if I hit the left arrow again and I get over here, I can open up another application, and this time I'm going to open up Excel. Now with Excel open, once again I can hit the full screen button, or what we think of as maximize, and it's now maximized, and I can use Control and the arrow keys on my keyboard to jump between applications. So I hit F3, I can see all the different desktops that I have open. I can jump back and forth between them. And then when I'm done with it, I can come up here and see my green button, click on that, and then I can just exit out of Excel with the command Q or quit. And then if I hit F3 again, I'll see there's one less of my desktops. F3 again will open up the next one. So this just allows you to move quickly between applications, have multiple applications open, and be able to move between them. Hope you have enjoyed this, and there's more to come. Have a great day.